Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daily Trade Analysis with a quick market update for today, July 17th, starting the day, Monday. We don't have any economic data today, so we are going straight to the charts. This is the Nasdaq daily chart, and on Friday, I uploaded a video saying that this stopping tail was not looking really nice. It is actually quite bad, but the 1 hour chart remained on the moving average, and during the overnight we held critical levels. So let's analyze what happened on Friday, starting off. Then down here, as you can see, we held yesterday's low. This was close print and settlement, and we started during progress into the open. We opened here straight into resistance pre-market high of this pivot, and look at this, straight up. We reverted almost the entire move, and I started to see a lot of bids, blocks, big blocks, hundreds of blocks on the bid, buying the Nasdaq. And even though the resistance here with a lot of shorts was pretty clear, this was a nice accumulation, and then I saw pretty much all these buyouts. Look at this. All these were buyers. I don't know why the resistance up here. I think there's a lot of sellers that took position on Friday, but regarding today is clearly a day of algorithm high frequency trading with a lot of big blocks on the bid. So I wouldn't be surprised if we really push Friday's stopping tail, and we squeeze all those shorts, because price action today is super choppy, but we are in the green on the Nasdaq 0.50 and the S&P 0.28. So looking forward to see how we close today into the afternoon, because there was this sell-off, accumulation, push, and then slowly pulling back in a controlled way until basically this previous resistance is now support into the 200 moving average on the 1 minute. The 30-minute chart is looking like a big rejection, but right now we are in the middle of the candle, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do something like this, squeezing all these shorts and Friday shorts. So take risk management into consideration, but I'm seeing a lot of sneaky bullish action. So if you want to continue trading, watch out for those signals into your strategy. Supporting this idea of a lot of bids, a lot of bulls buying the bid, this is the dollar. Basically not a good day either for him. Look at this. So dollar weakening supports the idea of stock market being quite strong, and we are seeing in the numbers but not in the price action. Let's see how we end up today. But dollar is in the red, yields are in the red also, and risk on assets like high yield corporate bonds, small caps 1.26. This is the kind of squeeze I'm watching on the Nasdaq. I would like to see this kind of squeeze. Bullish engulfing candle on the Russell 2000. Bitcoin is feeling a little bit of pain with this bearish engulfing candle, but Bitcoin has its own catalyst with Binance and with all this news for Bitcoin. So if we talk about stocks, I think Russell is pretty strong today. Also, the dollar is weakening, and I'm seeing sneaky signs of buyers intraday. Look at this on the Nasdaq. What else? Regarding the big tech, Apple is quite strong today. Even though we are pulling back a bit, it's almost 1% on the day, watching to reclaim these all-time highs 194.50. Microsoft also putting a little dodgy candle for now today with this double top on the daily, quite the inverted double top inverted, head and shoulders. One would expect something like this, but we have to see today's price action, because initially it's sold off and we are almost reclaiming that. So a lot of bulls buying the dip on the Nasdaq. Tesla ahead of earnings in 2 days. It's 2% on the day. I think Tesla is buy the rumor, sell the news. Let's see what happens. But right now, stacked below 290. And I'm watching 300 for earnings. Basically, that's my target. Amazon minus 1% on the day. Amazon is following Friday's topping tail into continuation red candle and quite weak. I'm seeing Amazon quite weak today, honestly. Google is also in the red after this sell-off. This kind of brutal knife happened in Google, in Amazon, not in Tesla. It happened in Microsoft, but it recouped, and it happened a little bit on Apple. So I think there are shorts, obviously, in this market, but I think sneaky buyers, most probably institutional buyers, banks, hedge funds, I think are taking positions and certainly buying big dips. Nvidia almost flat with this knife that I was talking about on the daily looks like pretty bad, right? But I wouldn't like to be the first one shorting Nvidia up here. So be careful with your strategy on Nvidia specifically. And Meta, well, we have this little gap ahead, and today is looking like push, pullback, green candle. Meta is doing its job trying to reclaim, as Microsoft is doing, reclaim the initial sell-off after the open. And look at this beautiful structure accumulation into a push. And most probably, this is basically a cap and handle. In the 15 minutes, not in the 5 minutes, maybe it's a little bit clearer, but I would be watching high of day for sure on Meta. And I think that's all. Banks are mostly in the green. That's pushing the S&Ps. And remember that we are on earnings season, and several things I'm watching for earnings season this week is for sure. Today after the close, we continue with First Bank here. Then we have Home Bank, and tomorrow we start with more banks: Bank of America, Charles Schwab, Morgan Stanley, and Interactive Brokers after the close. And on Wednesday, we continue with banks, Goldman Sachs, and the big one, Tesla after the close. Also Netflix and United Airlines. Until Wednesday, we have a lot of banks and Tesla. That's why I'm saying banks are quite strong, supporting the JP Morgan is 2%, Bank of America, every single bank stock, it's green ahead of earnings, and Tesla is doing the same. So let's see. I'm expecting 300 before earnings, before Wednesday. So let's see what happens. Nasdaq continue pushing, super choppy price action. S&P is certainly a little bit better, but still overall choppy day for all tech and all the markets. But the Russell, I think the Russell is quite strong. Point of control up here. Let's see how we end up today, because Nasdaq is continuing pushing. Let's see. But certainly looking forward to this afternoon, at least to see how we close today on the overall market. And I think that's all. Thank you for your time. If you found this video useful, please support the channel, give it a like, subscribe, and thank you for that, because I think subscribers would be quite happy to know that I upload every single day videos for market forecast, market updates, and market recap. And on weekends, I have a weekly recap video that certainly would be of your interest. Thank you for continuing there, listening to my videos and learning as much as I do with the markets, trying to find some ideas to approach these really tricky markets right now. And remember that discipline and risk management are my two best recommendations for you to have as skills. Learn those, improve those, because those are key for your success. Thank you everyone, stay safe and see you tomorrow.